The guns of Task Force A at last fell silent as the Japanese light cruiser finally succumbed to her heavy flooding. This was a resounding victory for the Allied forces in the theater. One Mogami-class heavy cruiser sunk and one Nagara-class sunk, along with 2 enemy destroyers. Task Force A did not get away unscathed, however, and damage control parties worked frantically to ensure Exeter would not be lost. She was hit multiple times and was ablaze for several hours. Thankfully, the damage control parties did their job, and Exeter continued to remain afloat. About an hour had passed after the fires aboard Exeter were fought and brought under control. Her damage was critical, but the ship was saved. Before anyone could celebrate, a massive shockwave rippled across the Java Sea. Hobart, a Perth-class light cruiser, suffered a catastrophic magazine explosion, ripping the ship into pieces. Rescue efforts began, although it seemed to be an exercise in futility. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back to our War on the Sea series, playing as the Allies with the Abdicom mod. In the previous episode, we got into a fairly large naval engagement here in the Java Sea. If we go to losses, we actually ended up losing Hobart, which is a Perth light cruiser. The ship catastrophically exploded as they were trying to fight fires. Thankfully, we were able to keep on to Exeter, which is still operational. However, we can see Exeter down here. She is pretty heavily damaged, and look, she needs 30 days to be fully repaired at this point. Exeter, along with Vampire, who was also critically damaged in that fleet engagement, are going to head through the Sunda Strait all the way back home to Australia. It's going to take about 76 hours for them to reach Darwin here. In the meantime, though, we do have Task Force A, which is going to operate around here. It still has USS Houston, which is a pretty heavy hitter. We also have Task Force 19 with Java and Express, which are going to rendezvous with Task Force A to help bolster their firepower a little bit. Task Force 20 here is Paul Jones and Whipple, which are heading to Palembang to drop off their 3,000 men here, which should help, change the balance of power a little bit. First things first, though, we need to replenish our air forces here on the island of Java, and to do that, we got some more freighters. So we have 2 merchant ships and one tanker, excuse me. These cargo ships are carrying engineering, and the tanker is carrying fuel supply. So we will start replenishing all of these high-level airfields on the island of Java. So we should have full flights of aircraft once again in the area, pretty much controlling the Java Sea. In other news, Borneo is not looking good. We have 28 men here. Borneo's pretty much lost. The Japanese hold it at this point. I was willing to give that up in order to really reinforce these islands down here in Denpasar. So that was a small price I felt I needed to pay. That is the current situation overall. It is unfortunate we lost Hobart, and it's unfortunate Exeter was so critically damaged. I mean, she does not look good. And 30 days in port is definitely a long time. But if we go to the enemy losses here, we ended up destroying Mikuma, which was the Mogami class heavy cruiser. So 13,000 tons destroyed for, one Perth light cruiser. We've lost a total of 51 aircraft. And the Japanese have lost a total of 44 aircraft, so things have been pretty even as far as the aerial battle goes, but we have been doing pretty good in destroying Japanese naval assets at this point. Anyway, I will keep you all updated of future developments. It looks like we already have an enemy aircraft scouting us out here, so we will see how that develops. Okay, Paul Jones and Whipple have managed to reach Sumatra, and they are going to unload all their cargo. Okay, not close enough, actually. All right, get a little bit closer to Palembang here. Unload all of your cargo. There we go. Let's make sure Whipple did it too. Perfect. All right, and now I'm wondering if I should send these guys all the way back to Australia to grab some more troops, because Denpasar could use some reinforcement. Really, it needs supply at this point. Okay, yeah, go ahead and start the long trip down. Maybe they could actually rendezvous with Task Force 19 to give them a little bit of protection. That's what we will do. Air operations are now available. Good, love to see it. Okay, Task Force A, I want you to merge groups. There we go. And now they merged with Java once again. She is now part of the task force. And I'm thinking I really need some cool task force names. Some real heavy hitters. So if you all have ideas for neat task force names, go ahead and start throwing them down below. That could be kind of fun. Anyway, that's the current situation. A pretty quiet evening. We have been doing this campaign for 1 week now, so hopefully the second week continues going well. Overall, I am pretty happy with our progress. I think we've done a good amount of damage control, and we are still holding on to Singapore, although supply is really the name of the game at this point. We do need more supply in the area. That will be our next task once our airfields are replenished. We have 4 ships spotted here. Let's begin. Some buffaloes, I've encountered them. Let's see what we're dealing with. 4 ships. Moving fast. Destroyer. Destroyer. Okay, light cruiser. 2 light cruisers. And 2 destroyers. Interesting. Okay, well, you know what? Let's go ahead. I don't even want to. Let's retreat. Leave combat. 100 seconds. All right. You know what? Our task force is pretty close here. Task Force A is pretty darn close, and I'm thinking this is a fight we can take to continue to hurt the Japanese. And if I didn't know better, I mean, these guys could be transporting troops or supplies, so I think it's good to take them out. We will also launch some aerial attacks with what aircraft we have left. But yeah, we have initiated the retreat. It's going to take 100 seconds. It looks like Task Force A has encountered that Japanese fleet that these buffaloes just sighted. I did scramble these guys carrying 2 1,000-pound armor-piercing bombs. However, I don't think they're going to get there in time. I have organized Task Force A into a battle formation. We have Houston in the lead, Java, Electra, and then the rest of our destroyers. Let's begin. We have Kingfishers. Good. Okay, first off, I want all of you. Turn on radar. I do not want you to fire at will. There we go. Wow, spotted right behind us. Okay, change course, change course, change course. And see, we're engaging an enemy aircraft. All right. Engage number 1 in the column. Please begin firing at that. Houston's changing course. Electra. Thanet, encounter, and express. Break formation. Form up. Form a separate group. You are going to turn around. And you are going to move quickly. And honestly, I do not care about that scout aircraft all that much. But you do you. Go ahead and blow it out of the sky, I guess. We are going to have our Kingfisher come around as well to help spot. How's this little guy doing? Doing just fine. Flying directly over the formation. Unfazed. Unbothered. Those Japanese ships seemed pretty darn close. Yeah, there they are. They're opening fire on us. It would be lovely if we would spot them. They are opening fire. It looks like splashes are coming down near Express. Extremely accurate at this point. And we already have been hit. Hey, nothing critical, but my goodness. Start laying smoke. Smoke, smoke, smoke. My gosh. Already on fire. How Thank you for picking up this thing. Fire, fire, fire. Blow it out of the water, whatever the heck number 4 is. Do not care about that airplane. Everybody open fire. Java, open fire. There we go. Start just unleashing hell. How's it going? Core Express. Taking the brunt of it. Okay, do not engage aircraft. Please. Stop engaging the plane. Engage the ship. Fire. You're engaging. Fire. Fire. There we go. They all should be firing. Houston, what are you shooting? You're shooting armor piercing. You have no high explosive. I want you to go ahead and spot. You're engaging the Sendai, which is one of the cruisers. Good. Primary target for sure. And yeah, gunnery is already pretty darn accurate. I'll say it. Love it. I think, no. Maybe the Sendai's already on fire. Can't tell. Kind of hard to tell. But yeah, that is pretty accurate gunnery already. Houston, what's your solution? Solutions at 78% narrow. Stop spotting, just keep going at it. Solution here is 56% narrow, armor piercing. Yeah, continue that. The amount of guns on Java, it is great though. Look at that. Love to see it. Express, how's it going? Damage control, 1 fire, we're working on it. Keep laying smoke. Keep laying smoke. Electra is engaging the target. There we go. All right. The second naval battle of the Java Sea has begun. By the looks of things, the enemy has started engaging Electra and has ceased fire on Express. Let's cease laying smoke. Additionally, Electra, go ahead and change your course here. Actually, brake hard to starboard. Come up north. We're going to kind of switch places here with Houston and Java. I'm curious. Yeah, we're still engaging this one. And there we go. Already got an explosion. Wow, pretty accurate. Pretty darn accurate gunfire. Solutions 40%. 76%. Okay. Narrow. Fire high explosive. We have... Yeah, okay. We have a good amount of HE at this point. Encounter. How are you doing? Firing high explosive. Make sure. Java. The solution is only at 26%. Guess she is kind of far from the target. Kind of getting there though, and yeah, I mean that's a lot. That's a lot raining down on this poor Sendai. I think we'll come out on top here. We just want to minimize damage to our own task force really at this point. Although it does seem like we may need to head back home to rearm. That poor Sendai is absolutely getting the brunt of our attack here. I'm actually going to have Java begin engaging the second cruiser along with Houston at this point. Begin switching to target number 2 and start doing some damage to the other light cruiser out there, knocking out some guns, while our destroyers, I actually think it's time for them to start swinging back around here. Like so. This seems to be working out pretty well for us. This current formation, we're keeping our distance. We've avoided damage thus far. Our damage has been pretty minor. And we can see that Sendai is not looking too great. Just pretty much a massive plume of smoke. The second target has been identified as a Nagara. So our 2 cruisers will engage, and as a matter of fact, I do want them to start kind of closing in, because it does look like the Japanese fleet is going to attempt to disengage. So we are going to push the attack. Let's check here. How's it going? We got a fire in the bow, heavy damage. Okay, begin dropping smoke. Begin laying smoke, please, and thank you. How are you looking? Not great at all. Well, we'll keep engaging though. Hopefully we can at least sink a couple of... And if we sink these 2 cruisers, that would be great. Already had a secondary explosion here on the Nagara. And shells continue to rain all around. Our gunnery does not seem to be too great. We are bracketing these ships, but there we go. A fire has finally broken out on the Sendai. I do think we have a pretty good chance of finishing the Sendai off. Might have gotten a little too excited. Here, Electra is going to start turning around and running away. Houston is still engaging Nagara. I want you to, yeah, just keep firing. Solution's at 80%. You keep engaging Nagara as well. We're pretty much switching over to the Nagara as the Sendai is running away. And she does not look great. Really not much of an issue. However, now that we're really starting to cause damage to the Nagara, it looks like she may start turning away. Electra, let's take a look. Heavy damage, heavy flooding. Okay, you are going to break off and run away. Thanet, encounter, and express. Break, form up. Head this way. Electra. Alright, last ditch effort. Full spread of torpedoes. Fire. Fire towards the Nagara. While Thanet comes over this way. Please and thank you. Yeah, poor Electra. She's not looking great. Okay, Thanet, begin laying smoke as well. Got a little too close. A little too close. We are really just trying to blow this Nagara out of the water at this point. Houston, close towards the, come around and close in on the target. Same with Java. Stop messing around. This Kingfisher can come back here too. How's the Sendai looking? Looks okay, actually. I think she may be able to recover. However, it does look as if this Nagara is really starting to take a beating at this point. Okay, Electra, how are you doing? Fire's spreading, still taking fire. They're still engaging her. Manual fire our torpedoes. Can we fire those? Yep, torpedo tubes are spinning around. There we go. Alright, we'll see what we can do. Why not? Really would prefer to save our torpedoes for, you know, larger targets. Okay, Electra, it's time to get the heck out of here if you can. Try to save the ship. This Nagara, our gunnery just is falling short and long all around. Hits seem to be minimal. It's amazing how inaccurate our gunnery can be. Because, I mean, this is, look at all of this, these shells just raining down all around her. Oh well. Japanese gunnery gets pretty accurate though in the game. Really just the AI, but that's fine. Java's starting to really close the gap. Her solution's only at 30%. Kind of wondering if I should have Java switch over to the destroyers. They're kind of in the open, not obscured by smoke. You know what? Yes, go ahead and start engaging. Java, please and thank you. Shooting armor piercing. We do have HE. Fire HE. Do not manual fire. Just switch to high explosive, please. I mean, this Nagara looks rough. Looks in way worse condition. Oh, I guess Electra's in pretty similar shape. Yeah, 3-4 fires here. Lots of flooding. Dead in the water, more or less. These torpedoes actually don't look horrible, though. Okay, what was that? Mitsuki class destroyer. Okay. Let's see, how's Java doing? Java, go ahead and fire narrow. Yeah. Fire narrow spreads at her. Keep on closing as well. Maybe adjust course ever so slightly. Perfect. Good news, Electra is starting to get her damage under control. It looks like we will be able to save the ship. This Nagara looks in horrible, horrible shape. Houston is still engaging her at borderline point blank range. Just give them hell. Java is engaging this Mitsuki, and I'm thinking our destroyers need to start engaging the destroyers as well. Okay, you have ammo. You have ammunition. Good. Just making sure. Okay, you only have star shells. Thanet. Okay, it's time for Thanet to get the heck out of here. Let's have encounter and express, break and form up. Thanet and express, excuse me. And no, encounter and express, I'm sorry. Break, form up. And head down this way, Thanet. It's time to run. It's time to get out of there. And let's try to take out these destroyers. Engage that one. Engage that one. And this Nagara, not worth our time now. Houston, change course. Begin engaging this other destroyer before it starts lobbing torpedoes our way. Please and thank you. That Nagara, I mean, has to be going down. Look at that. Why? I guess we can't confirm that is sinking. If they recover from that, I'm going to be amazed. Okay. All right, let's destroy these two destroyers here. The Sendai is going to get away by the looks of things. We'll have to take her out with air power. That's fine. Electra, let's check. How are you doing? Got some fire. Got some damage. Recovering, though. That's good to see. Okay. Let's try to change course slightly. Get all of our guns to bear on the target. Yeah, we can bring our rear two guns into action. And really give this one a good walloping. Okay, well, this Mitsuki looks not good. we'll just say that. I mean, there we go. Finally. Oh, number 3's the one that's sinking first. All right, this one's going down. Got one left. Okay, Houston. Begin engaging the Nagara once again. It looks like turret number 3's going to engage. Swing around. Continue to engage it. Finish her off. The Sendai is just running. Not very honorable of you, but that's fine. Once again, air power will finish her off. Not my concern now. This destroyer, finish her off. Is she even returning fire at this point? No, but let's ensure it's going down. Getting some good explosions there. Rounds landing on target pretty consistently. Good. Well, that was another successful naval engagement. The one ship escaped, but that's okay. And the damage was pretty minimal. Thanet is the one who's experiencing damage now. Let's take a look. Oh, okay. Well, Thanet, you're not looking too great at this point. Critical damage, heavy flooding. Hopefully we can recover. Hopefully there's not a magazine explosion. That would not be good. But if we lose a destroyer here, that would be unfortunate, but again, a cost I'm willing to take. I think we'll be okay, though. Let's reduce speed to 4 knots. Try to recover the ship. This one, not looking good. Nagara, getting hit by Houston. Bow's pretty much in the water. Just keep throwing shells her way. Houston is probably firing. Nope, they're firing armor piercing at this point. Good. I could actually do the manual fire thing. Narrow, manual fire. Hit these. Hit the bow of the ship. Actually, hit the stern of the ship. Let's see how that works. Get consistent hits since she's pretty much stationary. But yeah, overall, pretty happy with these results. Firing a little short. Oh no, we're getting hits there. Cool. Oh, there we go. Nagara is sinking. Good. And then all that's left is this one. which is still getting hit. I can't believe this thing's still afloat. Doesn't look like they're returning fire. Not launching torpedoes. Good. Alright, so it's just a matter of time here. The report's in. The final Mitsuki class is going down. There we go. 3 enemy ships lost, and one of ours is fighting fires, and I do think she will recover. Well, folks, that is going to do it for today's episode. I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I will see you all on the next one.